Alright, so here's the quandary. The trail came from right there. You can probably see that. And came right around here for about 150 yards. And then this is where I stopped for the night. Then what it does, it goes all around this prairie here, around the corner, around that way, over there, around the other side, down that way, and then continues on. So the quandary is, or the question is, do I do this whole 1.5 miles around like this, or do I try a 1/2 mile out through that way to give myself a 1 mile shortcut? Shortcut, you're saying? Oh no, don't do it. Don't do that shortcut. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm probably not going to do it. I think there's going to be some muck out there, and I can see some little pools of water steaming, so the distance that I might save, I probably won't save any time. So, all right, learned my lesson this time. So this is the Hopkins Prairie campground turnoff. Trail goes up that way. Campground is over here. And here's something pretty interesting. They have a bat house that they've constructed. And interesting thing about bats, in fact, well, bats that eat insects, is that each bat can consume its weight in insects each day, or each night for that matter, when the insects come out. And each colony this size can consume 100 million insects each year. So they're a pretty good control for insects instead of using, you know, that spray stuff, I guess, huh? So if you have a house somewhere where there's a lot of mosquitoes and all that, then build yourself a bat house. Or 2 or 3. And you'll be mosquito free organically. Hey, that rhymes, doesn't it? Well, I just had a nice little stop there at the Hopkins Prairie campground. And oh, look at this. Nice little pond here. It's even got a little beach. Anyway, I met those, there's a couple hikers I met yesterday. They're going the same direction I am. They're from Birmingham, and they passed me when I was getting ready to leave this morning, and then I caught up to them there at the campground, and then there's a guy there named Mark. Thank you very much, Mark. He had a whole bunch of water, so we were getting ready to, oh, that is pretty. We were getting ready to pump water from the pump, which had a nice, somebody described it as like tasting like when you're licking a penny. So when he had a whole bunch of water, so I got a whole bunch of clear, clean, cold water from him. And so now I'm just heading somewhere today. I have no idea. Like I said, I pulled up about 4 miles short last night. And instead of tacking that onto my day today, I was going to do 17.7 today. Instead of making it 21 or 22 miles today, I'll just maybe I'll just end up doing 15, and then just do a random camp somewhere, And then, who knows? Doesn't matter, I guess. As long as I have water. I still have a couple days worth of food too. I should have taken a picture of it. It's called Hidden Pond. It's back behind me about 5 minutes. Nice clear water. I think it's spring fed, but it's nice and clear. And now I'm in this section here. It's been like this for a few miles, all this sandy trail. It's almost like being at the beach, you know. I think this is called the Juniper Springs Wilderness Area. Still part of the Ocala National Forest. I'm racing the sun once again. There's this place up here on the map. It's just called Random Camping Spot. It's about 2.5 miles, and so I'll check that out. I could go to Juniper Springs, but that would definitely get me in there after sundown, and then you got to pay $22 to camp there. So let's see, free or $22? Free or $22? I think I'll take free. And then I can fill up with water there tomorrow when I go through. Hello, baby. Guess I shouldn't have said anything, huh? Sundown, but I got here with a few minutes to spare. Looks like this place was just meant for me too. Somebody else has been here. Look at this. They cut a whole bunch of palm fronds. They were all scattered around here, so I just gathered them up and put them into little bed-size thing. I just lay my pad here, a sleeping bag, and let's hope Guardian Angel keeps the pine cones off of me tonight. Nighty-night from a few miles north of Juniper Springs. Another day, another late start. Didn't get out of camp till 10:17. And I'm going to try and do 15 miles. And I'm also going to stop at this place up here called Juniper Springs. I hear it's something to see. So, guess I'll be pushing it today. Get in late again. Let's see, I've got, what is this? What day is today? I've got 3 more nights, and then that'll be the end of this 14-day leg. I'll take a 0 day. And then I got a guy going to stay with he and his wife. I'll tell you the story a little bit later, or maybe I already told you. I'm going to stay at their place in Kissimmee for the weekend. So that'll be nice, a little bit of a recharge, you know. And in the meantime, on the trail to Juniper Springs. All right, so looking back to where I came from, as you can see, that was the Juniper Prairie Wilderness. But look at this. It really looks like we're at the beach, doesn't it? Looks like you're going to walk up the dune, up and over and down to the ocean. Now, there's Juniper Springs recreation area / campground. Right over there, the trail goes this way and then makes kind of a loop. But there's also a path down this way. A shortcut! But this one should be a viable shortcut. So we're going to take the shortcut. It might cut off only about a third of a mile, but still, you know, third of a mile is a third of a mile. What's that, 6 minutes? Something like that. Well, here's Juniper Springs. Look how clear this is. I think there's more back there. We'll go take a look. But here, look at this here. I don't know if you can see it here on the camera. These little guppy guys. I put my hand in there. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they're saying, hey, where's the food, man? Come on. I think I recall reading there's manatees around here, maybe. Huh. Let's go take a look and see what we find. Look how clear and blue this is. Something you kind of read about in, or dream about, right? This is the natural color. Well, that was a nice little respite there, Juniper Springs. If you ever get out this way, come here and take a look at it. It's pretty interesting. But now look what I got coming up here. Bears are active in this area. Maybe I'll find a friend today. Okay, it's 12:45, and I got 12.5 miles to go. I think I'll get there before dark. If I keep walking without stopping, I probably can. So this Florida trail has really been interesting. Of course, not with the beauty of it, but all the people that I've met. So, Bag Lady, easy does it. Thank you very much for the company for a little while. And speaking of Bag Lady, if you might want to send a prayer her way, she's dealing with a health challenge. So if you want to help her out, send her a boost and let her get that all cleared up. And then also, we just met a guy named John Malloy. And maybe you've heard of him, maybe you have one of his books. John Malloy writes hiking guidebooks. And I think he said he's got 70 books out there. Have you read any of John Malloy's books? Let me know. And then also too, Bag Lady was telling me about the Bibbulmun Trek. Have you heard of that at all? It's in Australia. I think it's Bibbulman, Bibbulmun Trek. It goes from Perth in Western Australia down, was that south or southwest? Through that area, and parts of it go along the west coast there. If you know about it, or if you've heard something about it, let me know what it's like, and maybe that's a trip. Who knows, huh? What do you think? You know what that is? Spent shotgun shells. I just came out of the forest here at Fire Road 30. Big shock. You're in the forest. Here, let me get over here. you're in the forest and you all of a sudden come out to this open scrub, which I'm guessing was probably either an old clear-cut area or an old burn area, and it's just now it's just open scrub. But anyway, I came here for a big break on this a little break, and on this other side here there was all those spent shotgun shells. And looking up ahead here, looks like I don't know, is that smoke? Maybe a little fire going on, huh? Boy, really a shock here. Wonder how long this goes on. Trail's just right there on the rise and goes to the left. All right, 5:07. I got a spot 1.5 miles away, and that will be about 20 minutes. No, about 15 minutes before sundown. How about that? Let's go faster, go faster. A nice little pond in the morning. Camped right over there in that stand of trees. And now it's time to get some water. It looks clear enough, I guess, huh? And that should last me for, well, Alexander Springs if I stop there. Otherwise, if I make it to Clearwater, which is 18 miles, I don't think I'll do it today. So I got 2 liters for today. And what's the name of this lake, you ask? Farles Lake. F-A-R-L-E-S. So, looks clean enough. I'll put my filter on next time when I need to start drinking it. I just filled up on a liter before I got here of clean water that I had. So, and you know what's interesting? Man, another night last night where I woke up this morning with ice all over my sleeping bag. So, would you expect that in Florida, you know? Frost and ice? Huh. Even, yeah, it's, oh well. Well, let's see how much I make it today. Look, there's a picnic table. Huh. I guess I could have camped here. And look at how bright this road is. It's blinding without sunglasses. Look at this. This is Dumpster. He's not a trashy guy, by the way. His real name's Rick. We met on the trail back that way, and he said, and he's just doing a section hike, so here's his car. He said, hey, would you like to go in and get some food? And I said, yeah, I'd like to go in and get some gas station food, so thank you very much.
Mike, it's great to meet you. Good to talk to you. I look forward to hearing more stories and following you with this. It's a pleasure meeting you.
And you know what? He bought it for me. I didn't expect him to buy it. So you know what I did? I bought a couple lottery tickets. So when I win, I'm going to split it in half. So now I'm on record. See?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Well, that was really a pleasant surprise. Thank you very much, Rick. Dumpster. So Rick and I met on the trail I was coming up behind him, and then he let me get in front of him, and we just ended up talking for a while hiking along. And he's just out here doing a day hike today. And so after a bit of time, he said, "Hey, my car's up here. You want me to take you up to the gas station and get some nice gas station food?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll do that." So I got some hot dogs and Coke, and I got a few packs of bacon jerky. And then I was also able to get a couple other Cokes for the guys from Alabama who are behind me. I'm pretty sure they're still behind. Anyway, I left them in a bag with a note at the trail marker back there, so hopefully they'll get them. I put a note on there saying it's for them today, and then if it's still there tomorrow, then it's up for grabs for anyone. And they're definitely going to be coming through that trail marker there today. So that was a good pick-me-up. Thank you again, Rick. And now I think that'll give me a boost to get me to Clearwater Lake or to Paisley by the time the sun goes down. I was kind of expecting I was going to hold up a little bit short, but I think I'll make it today. Unless I slow down. So never know what to expect, do you? And for those of you who are out there just wondering where the good people are, as you have seen on these videos, not only on this trip but on the last one, they're all out there. They're all pretty nice. Look at this. How's that song go? On the boardwalk, da 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 da. On the boardwalk. I heard from the notes this is pretty long through here. Let's see. Yeah, let's go a sizable distance there. So in case you're wondering where this is just south of the turnoff to Alexander Springs and about 9.5 miles north of Clearwater Lake and Paisley. It's always kind of a shock coming out to these fire roads here after having been in combination jungle, scrub, pine trees, and then you come out to this here and it's a straight shot of white sandy road in both directions, and then boom, right back into the jungle. Although, now this one looks a little bit more jungly than what I've been in here. Huh. This is Fire Road 539. If you're following along on the map, and it's probably 5 miles north by trail to Paisley. And I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do here. Whether to go into Paisley. I'll get there most likely after the sun goes down. So I think what I might do, depending upon what the lay of the land is close to Paisley, I might just go ahead and go into Paisley in the evening, get something to eat, tumble dry or tumble up my sleeping bag, get it all fluffy again, because surprisingly, past couple of mornings, you know, it was, like I mentioned, it was down to freezing. I had ice on it this morning. But surprisingly, the past couple of mornings, I was a little cool in it, even though it's a 10-degree bag. And I was able to put it in, look in the sun today, this morning, and the down is just all clumped up in it. So there's a lot of open spots. And on that sleep, and even though it's a 10-degree bag, really it only, my experience last time on the first walk was that it'll only get me down to about 25 before I really need like a liner in it. Maybe 22. So last night, you know, being what, 30, 32, it just needs to be fluffed back up. And the other thing too with that sleeping bag is that it's the baffles are sewn through instead of being offset or a box type of baffle. So that introduces potential spots where cold air can come in. I've got another sleeping bag. I was going to say at home. I don't have a home now. I got another sleeping bag that I've got stored. It's got the offset baffles. Now that one's only a 20. It's only a 20-degree bag, I think, which then only gets me down to about 30. Because there's about a 10-degree difference between what they're quote-unquote rated and what I'll feel comfortable in. Anyway, that bag's got the baffles, they're box baffles. But it's only, I think, 600 fill. This bag that I have is an 800 fill. So there's a little lesson on sleeping bags if you're trying to get one that's really warm. And you're okay with a few ounces more weight, then just go ahead and don't get the sewn through baffles. Get one that's got the box baffles or whatever they call them these days. And you'll be a lot better off. Yes, you will. And another thing about this trail right here, I just crossed that road there. It's noticeably damper here. You can tell, of course, by the vegetation. It's more palmy. And by the ones we had back there. But you can just feel it, you know, you can feel the dampness in the air and it's cooler. I wonder where this goes. I bet it goes to a little camp back there. A little bit cooler. I've noticed a few more bugs. The smells are different too. It's kind of a fresher smell. Or when I say it's a moister smell. You know what? I've never pointed out these signs. I like that. Foot travel welcome. It's a positive sign, right? Instead of you usually see no bikes, no cars, no horses, no this, no that. But foot travel is welcome. And then there's an oh, by the way, bicycles, motorized vehicles, horses, and pack stock prohibited. But I think that's a much friendlier way of doing it, you know? I think we ought to make a lot of our signs like that. No smoking, no entrance, no exit, don't touch. Let's think of the positive ways we can make our signs, you know? I guess, you know, with driving, you got to be a little harsh, you know, do not enter and all that sort of stuff, but wrong way and no right turn, etc. But and other things, let's make them positive, man. Let's make this world a softer and nicer place. And while we're talking about that, here's a nice little stream. Still seems to be flowing, looks kind of yummy. I think I'll try it out. Well, needless to say, I pulled up short again. So, just looking for a semi-clear spot that is not underneath any dead trees like this one here. Let's go over here. Oh, and not next to any anthills. Maybe I will go to that next to that dead tree. Take my chances, huh? So I got that nice orange glow to me, don't I? It's take a look at the sunset here behind me. Guess it doesn't really show that well in the camera. But it's a really nice orange and got some pinks in there. And I don't know, can you hear those birds? Listen. I've been talking back to them. I wonder if they know I'm fake. Anyway, this is the campsite for tonight, a couple miles outside of Paisley. Right here. Here, let me show you this way. So just pick a spot on the ground and lay it all out, and let's hope it's not... Oh, I didn't get that one there. Well, if it falls, it won't follow me. It's too short, I hope. Anyway, Paisley is a couple miles that way. And then that gives me 17 miles for tomorrow, I think. Maybe 16. I don't know. All right. So from the glowing Paisley woods, nighty night. Guess I should have used the tarp last night. Everything's all wet from the dew. It was a heavy dew. So good thing there's I think there's a laundromat in town, so I'm just gonna pack everything up wet and then put the sleeping bag in the dryer, air dry it, and be off for the rest of my day. And yes, I'm getting an early start. How about that? I'll be out of here before 8 o'clock. And all the other thing I have to do too is gotta prune some photos and videos from my phone because I'm just about out of storage. And if I don't do that, there'll be no footage for the next 2 days. So let's get a move on. It's pretty here. Boys. Now they've gotten all shy. They're just gawking and squawking just a second ago. Don't be shy. Oh boy. That doesn't look good. Ah Oh well. All right. Don't know how much I'm going to film today because I'm about out of space. I'm going to stop up here somewhere trying to remove some photos, but see what happens. Okay, I have a question for you on this electrical substation here. What are those thingamajiggers on top of the tower? Are they lightning attractors? Or are they static electricity dischargers? You know anything about these things? You're right there on towers. Let me know. Look at that fog on the lake. So I got here yesterday. This is Seminole State Forest. And I got to this little cabin that it's on forest land, but it can't be used. And like I said, I'm being very judicious in what I film right now because I'm just about out of storage until I get into the Orlando area tomorrow. So same thing today, probably not a whole lot, but nice little view. And so I actually got up early again and gonna head off that way at 15 miles just about. And then the next day it's only 10, I think. Say bye-bye, pond. And speaking of getting out of here early, 7:48, how about that? Trying to make it to a trail shelter. So hopefully I get there this afternoon before anybody else does. And that'll be nice. Yeah, look at all this. It's been clear cut here. You can't see it. I can see why they call this Blackwater Creek. All right, look what we have here. Dun, da, da, da. And I made it before dark. Let's see what it looks like. Oh wow, look at that. Uh-huh. Pretty nice. Okay, this is it. Trail shelter for tonight. This is near the Ocala River. I'll be coming out to that tomorrow. There's a lot of construction going on, so depends how the lanes are all jumbled up. It might be a big adventure getting across that Highway 46. All right, so anyway, nighty-night. Nice little place last night. See you later. And today is a day I get into starting to get into some urban environment, or suburban I should say. Getting into Lake Mary. See, I got everything. Lake Mary, I've got I think about 10 miles of, or maybe 8 to 10 miles of just sidewalk walking. And then later today I meet Bob and gonna stay at their house. Who's Bob? Well, we'll see shortly. And before I get there, I gotta cross a busy road with a lot of construction. So let's see how that goes. And yes, it's early. So far so good. Had to cross the busy highway there. It took me about 5 minutes. And then look at all this construction going on. This is the new Ocala River Bridge. Technically this section is closed, but there's no other way to get around it. And then here's the Ocala River right over here. Huh. Look at that. That island right there in the middle. Got some sort of sign on it. So this is interesting. I'm walking alongside what looks like a private community. I don't know if it's a golf course community or not. This is Markham Road, I think, and I just came off of Longwood Markham Road. But the interesting thing is these houses right here are like in the 800s, the 900s, and above $1 million. And they're about 5 bedrooms, 4,000 square feet. But just right around the corner on that road there, the houses are the same size, maybe just a tad smaller, but on large lots, and some of them are on water. And they're only like 266, 300,000. You know? And they're not all this, I mean, the houses around the corner there, they're all in nice looking shape. But they're not this manicured association type of thing. So I think I'd buy one of those houses, you know. You don't have an association to deal with, and it's just as nice an area. And you're paying $600,000, $700,000 less. What do you think about that? You know, I've seen some pretty nice real estate in my travels here on these two walks, and compared with Southern California, you know, where I'm from, you certainly can get a whole lot in different places, and they're just as nice. Maybe the weather's not as nice, or maybe you're not near as many natural features like in Southern California, you know. You got the beach right there, you got the mountains just an hour and a half away, you got the desert a couple hours away, you get all the stuff. But still, is that really worth paying an extra $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, you know? Huh. What do you think? So everybody's probably wondering, where'd she go? Here she is. Who's that? I thought you were doing this all by yourself. This is Kelly.